Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Shika, your conscious mentor, and today I'm going to be deep diving into how to connect with your spirit guides, your spirit team, your guardians, the ones that are really there for you, whether you're just starting your spiritual journey or perhaps you've been on this journey for quite a while. This is such an important part, is our ability to connect with our team and other dimensions to really give us knowledge not only about our present, our past, our future, and what is to come. So I am so excited to give you guys this access and this amazing opportunity for you to connect with your guides and feel confident doing it as well. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 4 of the ways that you can connect with your spirit guides, your spirit team, and how powerful they can be for manifestation, for clarity, and so much more. So before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe, as well as put notification bells. I do 3 or more videos every single week for you amazing, beautiful souls, so you cannot miss a video. And also, we do meditations for full moons and new moons every month here for you guys. So I'd love for you to subscribe and make sure you don't miss those. And today's subscriber of the day is KS Move 888. I almost didn't say it there, but thank you so much for being part of the family. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you. Let's connect to our spirit guides. So what exactly are spirit guides? Spirit guides are people and beings that are actually guiding us at all times, and they are able to really allow us to know how to be manifesting things, if we need clarity, if we need support, and even to protect us. And whether you are just starting your spiritual journey or been doing it for a while, you've had spirit guides your whole life. And this is the beautiful part about when you start to tap into the space of spirit guides. So I want to share with you guys the spirit guides that I want to kind of explain to you so you guys each know them, and then we'll go into the 4 ways that you can connect with your spirit guides. So the first one is archangels. Archangels, there's like Archangel Michael, so many different ones, and what theirs are is they're really the angels of angels. They're so powerful, and a lot of empaths, any empaths here, put a star emoji down below. A lot of empaths actually can feel and maybe might feel connected when they're channeling or meditating to call them in, and they can really help ease emotion, ease if you're feeling a little overwhelmed. They're there to guide you. So a lot of times people will get signs of archangels a lot of the times, and they're essentially like, I would say like the gods of angels is the best way of explaining it from an energetic standpoint, but they are so powerful. So how you can connect with them is in meditation. If you're going through, shadow work and you feel like you need to call one of them to come in, or perhaps you're starting to see signs of them. If you're feeling connected with me just explaining what archangels are, you can definitely go and research a bit about that. And if you'd like me to do a video on it, let me know. The next one is guardian angels. And what do guardian angels do? They are meant to protect us for our life. They are meant to guide us for our whole life. When our soul decides to choose to come into this lifetime, they come in with us as well. And it's kind of like a relationship of someone that just connects with us. It kind of reminds me of the show Big Mouth. I don't know if you guys have heard of that show. It's an animated show on Netflix. But they have like the hormone monster that like really stays with them the whole time when they hit that hormone. Just think of like a guide like that, but since you came into this lifetime, since you've been growing essentially. So this is really great, and they're always there for you. I've had times where I've been in my darkest moments and I've felt some kind of presence, and I feel that it was my guardian angel that was right there for me, and she was really supporting me. And remember that they have different ways of connecting, all the guides that I'm sharing here, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Spiritual animals. So I get a lot of questions, Shika, like, do you know your spirit animal? Do you know what they are? And I felt like I wanted to share it with you guys in this video. So a spiritual animal guide or spirit guide, what do they do? So they're usually a pet or an animal that passed away. So I actually had a very traumatic experience, which I'll go into in another video. I recently noticed how impactful it was until I was going through it through healing. And what it was is when I was little, I had a cat, and I was really emotionally kind of manipulated mentally in a way that I didn't know at the time until I started doing healing. And my cat, my dad really didn't like this cat. They didn't really get along, and there was just a lot of energy that was going on in this space. And anyways, one day I couldn't find my cat, and my dad put him outside, and he's not an outside cat. And anyways, long story short, he never came home. So I felt this loss for an animal, and honestly, animals are gifts to the earth. They are truly such a gift. They have so much unconditional love that they don't expect anything, right? And we as humans should really appreciate the animals in our space, understanding that we are animals ourselves. And I feel like we need to understand that so much more. So spirit animals can be past animals, but they can also be animals that we start to see to teach us something. So I don't know if you've ever had an opportunity or a time where you start to see a crow or an owl or a certain type of animal everywhere, whether it's on, a poster or somewhere, and you're like, why do I keep on seeing this animal? Why do I keep on seeing these things? It is no coincidence. It's because there is a spirit animal that you're looking at. So you can actually look up the animal and spiritual meaning and see what connects with you. I will say though, when you find out your spirit animal is one of your spirit guides, keep in mind that when you're reading the description of the meaning, if it's negative, but you felt it was positive, it is subjective to you. So for example, I like to always give this example of the crow. The crow coming to your window usually tends to be like death coming to the space, but it can also be a past ancestor. It could be so many other meanings as well. And there's so many meanings of a crow, especially in the shamanic practice, which I also practice in my healings, and animals can just really tell us so much in the nature and the energy that we get when we see these animals. So I really love spiritual animals. They're great to teach us, and they're just so unconditionally loving. Angels. So a lot of you guys on my channel are usually probably finding my angel number videos, and I love them. That's what really got me to really connect deeper with my spirit guides. It was actually my first experience with spirit guides where I was sitting down doing a meditation, and I felt this huge orb of light just floating in my space, and the space was dark, like pitch black, and it started to come towards me, and it became a figurine, and I found out that I had an angel. Yet behold, when I did a reading, I found out that she has been in my life since my traumatic experience and came into my life basically to save me and protect me. So it was so interesting to see. And what angels do is they are messengers. So we have angel numbers where there are vibrations, where they're angels that come to our way, come into our field, come into this dimension to teach us something. And when we see like 222, 444, there is an angel in your presence. There is an energy in your presence, and they are meant to teach you. So you can usually ask yourself, what am I thinking about? What's happening right now? Every time I see this 222, 444, 111, why do I keep seeing it? Is there a reason? That's a great way to kind of start with that. Ancestors. So ancestors are people who have passed on. They could be grandparents. They could be, parents, people that have passed over. And they can also be people that we've never met, but they're from generation to generation. I've had incidences where I'm in a meditation or healing, and I meet, a generational ancestor that I know is part of my family line, but I've never met them, or I wasn't in this lifetime yet. So that's also an amazing way to connect in a different type of spirit guide as well. Then we have star beings. I love this one. Any star seeds, any star cosmic kids over here. We all are star children, really, but any people who get connected with the stars and just feel this connection with the space, i.e. why I'm always looking at the moon as a kid. But all this to say is a star being or a star seed is someone that is, a guide that comes into your space to teach you about your past and your future. So this one's really interesting. I find a lot of people that are in their shadow work and ready to do their shadow work, and they have some deep karmic debt or family ancestral stuff that they have to heal, and they're meant to step and be that generational shift for the family. They tend to connect with that space. They can also be a star being themselves, and that's when people tend to have experiences where they see beings and whatnot. That's all from that. So super interesting. Ascending masters. So ascending masters are goddesses, gods, any people of being. They can be found in religion, and what their purpose is for us to teach. They don't only have to be religious. I do want to say this because I know here as conscious beings, remember, you're making your conscious experience, you're making your spiritual journey, and I want you guys to know that. just because when I was through my spiritual experience, I thought there was only one way of thinking when I was young because people put that on me, but I always questioned it. I always was curious, and I felt wrong to do that. And then when I got into being an energy healer, we have to understand that at the end of the day that, you know, our spiritual journey is our spiritual journey. So I just want you guys to know that, and I really want to make that really apparent to you guys as well. So yeah, it's really just like gods that are meant to kind of help, and they're heroes to us, right? So very life-threatening times, you know, things that are just shifting like crazy, and it was like a complete miracle. That's when they can come in and they can say, no, it's not your time to leave yet. We're here. I'm saving you. I'm protecting you. Or if you're really at that space, they're your heroes. They're the ones that come at the last straw. So this is a really interesting kind of energy, and you will just know. You will just know. So those are kind of the spirit guides types. I think it's important for you to know what type of spirit guides there are, because without that, then it makes it hard for you to kind of know what to look at, and also the examples of what I'm going to share as well. Let's get into how to connect with your spirit guides. So the first thing I said is calling them during meditation. I see this all the time when people start to talk to me and say, Shika, I want to meet my spirit team. I want to meet my spirit guides. I always ask, do you meditate every day? It doesn't have to be a lot. It has to be 5 minutes. It could be in your bed. It could be on your floor. Just giving yourself that time to meditate. So that's my question to you. Do you meditate every day? And if not, be honest with yourself. I know it's hard sometimes when we're starting our spiritual journey, but that is how we create a connection. You know, our spirit guides is energies. They are beings. They are, you know, passed on ancestors. And I think it's important for us to create a relationship as you would with a new friend or someone that you haven't seen in a long time. So you have to kind of respect that space of energy. So a great way is simply just meditate before you meditating and just saying, I call in my guides, angels, spirit, and my ancestors to come into the space and meditate with me, and just feeling that presence. And as you start to do it, you might start to get confirmation. It's very powerful. And even though you might not get any feelings or see things, that's okay. They will find a way to communicate with you and let you know that they're there because you've opened that door. Number 2, sound. So using either a bell or a sound bowl, a Tibetan sound bowl, or a crystal is a great crystal sound bowl, a great way to actually connect with your guides. And what that does is sound kind of brings them in. I've had a lot of experiences myself and other people as well where their angels and guardians will come in hearing that sound, and you can set the intention again saying, guides, angels, please join me during this time I call on you, and just ringing your bell and whatnot. And great way to bring your ancestors too, or any of your guides. So sound is a vibration, right? And when we can bring such a high vibration into an essence and completely neutralize the space of any energy, which is another thing, you know, sound is a great way to neutralize the energy, but also like a calling. It's almost like calling your guides and angels with a phone call. That's what the sound does. It lets them know with this high vibration that they're able to come into the space, and you're inviting them in. You're inviting them to sit down with you and chat, and just to be and to guide you and to really support you. Number 3, write a letter to them. So this one's really good. I love this one specifically because you always think, okay, I need to speak to them. Remember, we all learn different ways, and so do our guides. Our guides decide to connect with us in different ways as well. So writing a letter is a great way to connect with your guides if you are at a time for clarity, or if you're manifesting, or just generally if you just want to chat with them and set an intention. What I love to do is I actually write a letter and I put it on my altar, and you can even be creative with it. Put it in a jar with some crystals that you feel called, that your guides might like, and just creating that space and kind of making it like a post office for your guide, to send them letters. And it's so beautiful. I've had so many times where I find letters later on when I'm cleaning up, and I read it and I find out that I manifested that thing, or that my guides found confirmation through an angel number, or, you know, they brought someone to help me and support me at that dark time. So this is a great way of just, you know, really connecting with them emotionally, especially if you are someone that has a hard time as an empath, or someone that is, you know, might have a blocked throat chakra and have a hard time talking and speaking your emotions or feeling safe doing so. I find writing is a great way to do that, and just simply starting with I feel, you know, dear guides, I feel this, or I just want to thank you for your support, or I'd love to connect with you because of this, because right now I feel blah, 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 blah. So that's a great way of really connecting, and then setting it on your altar to create sacredness, and also to create that vibrational sacred space for them to enter and to communicate with you the way that they should and will. Number 4, talk to them. Talk to them all the time. This is one of the biggest things. Energy is a being. Everything is energy. And if we don't talk and respect it and give it that space and giving it that essence that we see you, we hear you, we are there, or maybe we're learning to hear you, we're learning to see you, but I appreciate you, they will come forward more and more. And I find the guides will show you, reveal themselves to you, whether it's a dream and a meditation or a ritual, when the time is right, when you're going through change, when you've done the work, when they know that this is a time that you need them the most and you'll need to step in, you're starting your Saturn return, whatever it is, that's when they come in. So again, if you're not seeing them, if you're not necessarily feeling them the way that you expect, don't put expectations when you're starting to create a relationship with your guides. That's one of the biggest mistakes people do, but still talk to them, still chat with them. And don't only talk to them when you're desperate about your manifestation or you really are scared. Talk to them there, but try to talk to them outside on those good days too, and those in-between days. That's when you're really showing your appreciation with them and checking in on them, without, expectation. And I think that's really big. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video on how to connect with your spirit guides and understood a little bit more of the different types of spirit guides. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to let me know down in the comments section. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe, as well as put notification bells. I do 3 or more videos every single week for you amazing, beautiful souls. And let me know what video you would like me to do next to help you with your conscious being, your shadow work, and so much more. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.